बिस्मिल्लाह ने रहीम। हेलो दोस्तों, कैसे हो आप? मैं हूं एन मोहम्मद आजम रियाज और आप देख रहे हैं जीएन न्यूज उर्दू। आज तारीख है
The 12th of May 2022. Russia, Ukraine, Chang. Russian occupiers turn Mariupol into a medieval ghetto. The mayor. Special. Ukraine. Russia is set to launch its first war crimes trial in Russia. How Russia and China exploit history to advance their own interests. In dealing with their own national history, money helps Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian leader Vladimir Putin gain power and justify their policies. Live, Ukraine will start the first war. Criminal case. Ukraine's chief prosecutor has planned the first war crimes trial involving a Russian soldier. 100 miles from Ukraine, NATO special forces are conducting training exercises in the Black Sea. The video shows Russian troops firing on unarmed civilians. Ukrainian prosecutors have launched a war crimes investigation after Russian soldiers were caught making video of 2 Ukrainian citizens being shot in the back. Some important news from around the world. Media fighters are calling for death on Facebook. California court lifts gun ban on people under 21. A judge ruled Wednesday that the ruling reaffirms the right of young adults to carry weapons. Marcos Jr. has told the world not to judge him by his family's past because he has claimed victory in the Philippine elections. Australia election 2022. Live News. Anthony Albanese accuses Scott Morrison of allergy to ABC. Britain is ahead of any other NATO country in Sweden and Finland. Covenant. China, Ukraine are ready to dominate the European Union. Japan summit. Tokyo is willing to play a major role in global security as it seeks EU support against Beijing. The United Kingdom has agreed to a security agreement with Finland and Sweden. Boris Johnson has promised to support any nation in the event of an attack, as he considers joining NATO. Middle East news. Al Jazeera reporter killed during Israeli raid. Israel and the TV channel accuse the trade of being responsible for the shooting death of Shirin Abu Akleh. Palestine's ambassador to the United Nations has rejected Israel's role in Abu Akleh's investigation. Riaz Mansour says Palestine will not accept Israeli involvement in the investigation into the assassination of Shirin Abu Akleh. Iran detains 2 Europeans for fomenting chaos. The arrests came as an EU envoy visited Iran to discuss stalled nuclear talks with world powers. The flight was cancelled after passengers received photos of the plane crash. 1 year after the Gaza war, there is uncertain peace. In May 2021, a devastating war broke out between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. A year later, a tense silence prevailed. The Palestinians vowed to stay in the West. Despite the bank's defeat in the decades-old legal battle, Yemen pledges $33 million to stop catastrophic oil spills. 12 Al Jazeera journalists were killed on the front lines. Since its inception in 1996, 12 Al Jazeera journalists have been killed in the line of duty.
Now Asian news. Experts say the emerging rivalry between Chinese-led Western democracies and dictatorships poses serious challenges to the current international system. Unrest in Sri Lanka. Shoot-at-sight orders were issued for the deployment of troops in Colombo. The Sri Lanka president will appoint a new prime minister and cabinet this week. Marcos Jr. has told the world not to judge him by his family's past because he has claimed victory in the Philippine elections. Shanghai has so far sought to impose tougher sanctions. North Korea has confirmed the first case. North Korea has imposed a strict lockdown after authorities confirmed the first Omicron-type case in Pyongyang. India's highest court has suspended authorities from prosecuting people for sedition under a controversial colonial-era law. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party has been accused of abusing the law to silence critics. Pakistani news. The Supreme Court has overturned a colonial-era coup law that critics say is being used to stifle dissent. According to reports, Zalmi Khalilzad visited Pakistan last week in the current political context of Pakistan and met with important leaders of different political parties. Due to the secret visit, the meeting was also kept secret by the meeting parties. Zalmi Khalilzad also met with the PTI leadership during which the rapidly changing political situation in Pakistan was discussed. Zalmi Khalilzad has long served as the U.S. Special Envoy to Afghanistan and is considered close to the U.S. establishment. Zalmi Khalilzad returned from a visit to Pakistan 4 days ago. I want economic affairs to be fine. We will hold elections in the next phase, Khwaja Asif. Decisions of key meeting in London to be announced today of about a month after the formation of the government. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and the PMLN members of his cabinet met with Nawaz Sharif, the leader of the ruling Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz PMLN, in London on Wednesday.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe this channel.